So today, four wonderful panelists are here with us today. They're going to share their individual experiences joining Toastmasters as a college student. Welcome to the panel discussion where it all started. Friends at Toastmasters call me senior member. Yes, because I've joined Toastmasters for almost 12 years. But I know, I don't look senior at all. It's only because I joined Toastmasters when I was still a university student. So today, four wonderful panelists are here with us today. They're going to share their individual experiences. Rachel Law, he was a member at usually NCU Toastmasters, Zhongyang University. I met Richard when we were still a student. The second panelist is Emily. She's a current member, right? Current member of Born to Shine, because we do have some panelists who are not an active member. So Emily, she was a member at Taipei University, and she's now a member of Born to Shine. Next is my fellow junior, Alice He. She's from NCCU Toastmasters, and now she's also, I think you're not a TGIF member now, you're Born to Shine.
Yes, Born to Shine.
Yeah, so when I had this panel discussion, Iris said, "Oh, your panelists are from TGIF." Well, I'm from TGIF, so that's good. Our last panelist, Tina.
You've gone too long.
Tina joined TGIF when she was a student. So that's something interesting, right? She joined Born to Shine. She joined Born to Shine when she was a student. So that's going to be an interesting story we're going to find out later. How did you know about Toastmasters?
Okay, how do I know? My first year in college student, we have English class every semester in the first semesters. Then my teacher is also the advisor. Is also the advisor of our NCU Toastmasters. So she introduced Toastmaster to ourselves, and also she introduced that if you go to our demo meeting, you can have a plus 0.5 point in your final grade. So that's why there are 4 people to join that time. So that's why I know the Toastmaster in my college years.
When I graduated from my high school, in that summer camp, I had nothing to do, so I searched the internet, and a Toastmasters summer camp held by National Taiwan University, it popped out. So that's how I know what a Toastmaster is. And then in the college, I entered my school's own campus club. Then that's how I knew Paul. Because that time Paul was invited to my school's club as a general evaluator. But Paul got lost. He had traveled all Taipei and New Taipei City just to come to my school, which is in Sanxia. And he had no idea how to go back home. So I take Paul home. Show him the way back home. And then on the bus we chatted, and he introduced me to TGIF. That's how we met each other. And also I get a chance to know other good people too. And for me, I always have something with Emily in common. So how I know Toastmasters is because we went to the San Toastmaster summer camp. And then in my school, we also have an NCCU Toastmaster club. And this is where I know Jenny, my 学姐. and Jenny brought me to different Toastmaster club. One of it is TGIF. And I always remember that day I was very shy and don't know anybody else, but Lester reached out his hand and shake with me, say, "Hi, I'm Lester." So it was very memorable. That's how I know Toastmaster.
Regarding my experience, as you know, TGIF and Born to Shine are both Christian Toastmaster clubs. And my friend, church small group leader, she invited me to join Born to Shine. And I say, yes, I want to listen to your speech. And I joined. And on that day, I say I want to become a member of this club. So that's the beginning of with Born to Shine.
Tina is also my fellow junior. She's also from NCCU. So I'm curious, because Alice and Emily also learned Toastmasters during the summer vacation. They weren't learned from their school, but they joined their school. So Tina, why not campus club? I mean, you were a student, right?
Yes, I did join like NCCU Toastmaster club one time, just one time. I remember that meeting was not that energetic compared with TGIF and Born to Shine clubs. And since everyone are all college students, so the experience they share are almost the same. And in contrast, members from TGIF and Born to Shine are more interesting. But people from all walks of life share their life experience and they share their life lessons. So from Born to Shine, I can learn a lot. And their stories did inspire me a lot. And that's why I choose to join Born to Shine instead of NCCU Toastmaster Club.
Next question is going to Alice and Richard. When you studied at grad school, you were still a Toastmaster. Richard stayed at his campus club, and Alice you were a TGIF member when you were a grad student, right? Because you switched. I don't quite remember, but one of TGIF or Born to Shine. So how does that impact your grad study?
Of course, because this community, Born to Shine and TGIF, they show steadfast support.
Yes.
And it did help me grow a lot, especially in presentation. And in my grad school, we will have a lot of case study. And of course, there are a lot of discussion and presentation. It really helps, especially for the oral text exam. Yeah, it really helps.
For me, just a little bit same that because we have a math, we will have a lot of reading group, and we need to have a presentation to share something research during our study. So that's why, and sometimes our teacher is not from Taiwanese. One of my teacher is in India, and we have to talk in English. So that's why I keep joining Toastmasters, because I have the chance to practice my English presentation on stage and will not feel nervous when I'm facing my teacher, the Indian teacher, and easily to talk about. So sometimes it's very hard to listen what he's saying, but times I can figure out some of the words that how to pronounce it during his speaking. So I think in Toastmasters that it helped me to, when I'm doing a speech on stage, I will not feel nervous.
Yeah, I think both Alice and Richard gave us a good point. Like Alice mentioned about the oral test in the end of your graduate study, Toastmasters preparation is definitely helpful. And Richard mentioned about listening in class. That's very helpful. And I also went to graduate school. I remember when I was having classes, whenever the professors asked us to give speeches, my classmates would always assign me to be the first to speak, because only Toastmasters can prepare a speech in 1 week. They want more time. So I found it very interesting that all of my panelists, they served as officers at Toastmasters. But I was only a VPPR when I was at NCCU Toastmasters. And Emily, you were a president at a campus club. How was that experience?
Being a president at a campus club, one of the advantages is we never need to worry about finding a meeting venue. Because in school, there will always be an empty classroom that we can use to hold a meeting. And also, we don't need to pay the meeting venue fee. And we have a lot of ways to advertise to promote our own club. For example, in the different college on the bulletin board, we can always put our poster there. And English teacher, they love us. during the classes, just like Richard mentioned, the teacher may promote the Toastmaster Club a lot. And I think that's all the good part. And also, because we are students, when a bunch of young people gather together, what do we want to do? We just want to have some fun. In the beginning of the meeting, instead of just jump into the agenda right away, we will have a variety session. We will think of some games to help us warm up the atmosphere and change your mind into the English mode. But I would say one of the big challenges of a campus Toastmaster club is that there are so many clubs to choose from. Then how do we stand out from the other clubs? And also, our Toastmaster member fee compared to other clubs is really, really high. So we ended up having official member fee and non-official member fee. The student can only pay like 500 and just come to the meeting, but we will not sign them up to be the official member. So I think there are advantage and disadvantage. Thank you.
Wow, what Emily just shared amazed me. We do see different challenges between campus club and community clubs. Yes, community clubs usually have difficulties finding venues, but campus club doesn't have that issue. While on the other side, they have other issues. But actually, I didn't know Taipei University went to that bad habit when we were still students. Because I know NTU started. Yeah. But even with the difficulties we had as student Toastmasters, my next question is going back to my topic, where it all started. But the point is, we're still here. Or, I think Tina is not an active member. Maybe she will tell us why she take it with her because she's busy, or if she's considering coming back. And my question is, what did you decide to stay Toastmasters even after you graduate?
After I graduated from university, I still joined Born to Shine for almost I think 3 years. Yeah, and during the 3 years, I remember I even took the role as the VPE and president, and I learned a lot from that journey. And I learned how to lead a club and how to organize a meeting, how to cooperate with different members. So I think that's a very unforgettable experience. And why I left, I really want to join. I really love to listen to people's stories, and I also love to share my experience. But I think for Toastmaster clubs, it is very important to make commitment And I cannot promise that I can make it to the meeting every week. So that's why I say no for this stage of my life. Yeah. But just as you can see, you invited me and I still say yes.
So my answer is very simple because I've been going to Toastmasters every Friday night since when I was a freshman in university. And it has just developed a habit of going there. There are some Friday nights, Nia and Emily, because that week there's no meeting. So we two just kind of don't know where to go.
Guandu. Guandu.
And because, just like I said before, this community really shows great steadfast support. Yes. And I have friends here, and I can also have McDonald's before the meeting. So that's why I come here. What I love about this place is the people.
Yay.
I love this community. This community really built a loving, supportive, and positive learning environment for us. I still remember when I was still a university student, when I was standing on the stage, I couldn't finish my sentence. And when I want to describe something, I really stutter and really don't know how to say. But you just encouraged me a lot. And that time, when I see Paul or other foreigners standing on the stage trying to do Chinese speech, I kind of feel less worse about my broken English. So, like what I said, this is a positive and supportive learning environment. You don't need to be afraid to make mistakes. We all learn by doing.
For me, because I like to share something that I learned to others. So this is a place that I can share and also can know how to share. Because actually, in every speeches that we only have to do in 5 to 7 minutes. So it means that you have to organize your opening body and conclusion. So that's why I keep saying here that to figure out what is the best way to share some information to others. And also there's also facing the challenges that I would like to solve that challenge during the COVID-19, like the online meeting or the hybrid meeting. So I think it's a good way that you can practice myself also and challenge something to do.
Yeah, I think Toastmasters is really a good platform for us to meet people, learn communication and leadership skills. I think I might be able to ask one more question before our last question, entering into the floor questions. Alice wrote something to me. I remember going to visit all the community clubs or other campus clubs. So could you name one memorable memories from your college life?
I was very shy in the beginning of my Toastmaster journey, and I was very quiet, and I even didn't have the courage to start a conversation with members during intersection. But as time went by, I was infected by post-passion. So I become more and more energetic, and I enjoy delivering speech on the stage, and more people praise me for my speech skills and interesting stories, and I think that's a big breakthrough for me during my life.
I remember one time I skipped class because that day I want to go to visiting. Was that Microsoft Toastmasters when?
Yes, I
Okay,
think so.
that day I skipped class because I want to visit Microsoft Toastmasters with Jenny. And my teacher asked me, why? Why do you need to leave earlier? And I said, because I have Teacher did a wedding ceremony on Friday noon. I said, yeah, and I need to leave now because I will be late. And this, I know it's quite hilarious, but it's a true story because that noon I really went to cup this thing with Jenny. After you didn't say you skipped the class because of your wedding ceremony for your sisters. For me, one of the memorable experience is when we were the instructor. So we held a Toastmasters summer camp for high school. So when the first year we were the student who joined that summer camp, and then the next year we become the instructor. We spent I think it's in June, we spent a lot of time to helping with the teaching materials and to design the agenda of the summer camp. Oh, and Lester's daughter, what's her name? Yes, Joanna. Joanna is one of the members who joined our summer camp. In the end, all of the groups, each group they need to do an English drama on the stage. And I think all of the students really did a good job. We all feel amazed.
Because for college students, every year we have a graduate student. We have a student who graduates from school. So every June we'll have a farewell party for those students who are going to graduate. In my third year, we decided, our officer decided to make a very big, huge one. So we rent a bigger room, maybe one of the biggest room in our school, to have a greatest party with about 30 to 50 people to have a farewell party. And I'm one of the performers on stage and playing martial art and the dancing on stage. So that's one of my special memories in my college life.
Well, will we be able to see Richard doing martial arts and dancing in the future? Okay. Because of time, I'm going to my final question. My final question is, would you recommend young people to join Toastmasters as a student? Why or why not?
Yes, I think it's a great place for young people, because nowadays more people want to have a performance. They may have a self media to talking about. So, but actually, when you see some of the self media that they may fear what video will taking that. So it's a great place that when you want to facing the people or facing this camera to challenge yourself to let you feel not so nervous during you're facing your camera or facing the people. So I think the great place that for young people, if you want to do if you need some place to perform on stage or you need to use the video, that's a great place to practice these skills.
Yes, I highly recommend young people to join Toastmasters because it's a place to practice giving a speech and also to learn leadership skills. In Toastmasters meeting, in table topic session, what do? We answer the questions right here. You really think on your feet. Nobody is going to help you. And through this kind of meeting, when young people, when he or she grow up and go for a job interview, and the interviewer asks questions that the one had never thought of that before. But because of the Toastmaster training, you don't need to feel afraid. You know how to think on your feet to give out the answer right away. That's one of the benefits of Toastmasters. So I highly recommend it.
Yes, of course, because here in Toastmasters, we learn a lot of different skills, and that skills can really apply in our lives. Like our members, John's now wife, now becomes wife, but before his girlfriend says, why do you want to have
have a relationship with me? Please give me 3 reasons. And in that time, Toastmaster skills pop out. We think of answers immediately. Yeah, and those skills really apply in our lives.
And I cannot agree with you more. In terms of interview skill, Toastmaster really helped us a lot. Because during table topic session, you have to impress your audience. You have to convey a key message. And as we do in the interview, we have to impress the panel, and we have to let them know our important personality traits and values. So I highly recommend young people to join Toastmaster clubs. And also, I think, especially in TGIF and Born to Shine, people here have very good personality traits. They are very righteous, kind, and steadfast in pursuing their life goals. So.
Do you want to finish your answer? Oh, it's okay.
So it would let you qualify.
No. We will shorten the questions from the audience.
Okay, so my conclusion is I highly recommend all of you new friends to join Toastmaster, TGIF, and Born to Shine.
I think all our panelists provided some good reasons to join Toastmasters when we're still young. I hope I can say I'm young, right? I think Richard's older than me, but I'm older than the other panelists. Now it's time for you to ask questions. Do you have any questions you want to ask our panelists? Oh?
Just hold the microphone in. So I have a question. You guys have all been great in our club. It's great to have you back as a visitor. My question is, how can we recruit the next generation of young 18-year-old college kids to join TGIF and Born to Shine? We need to get a younger generation coming in. How can we do that?
Jenny recently just had a baby, and Quan will have a baby as well, and also Jones. You can start from 0 year old. And then I believe when they become 18 years old, they'd love to join this.
But a little bit more shorter term, like maybe in the next 6 months, not in the next 18 years. What can we do to attract young people to join our clubs, especially when you've got a bunch of old guys like me in this club? What do we need to change, and what do we need to do to attract young people to join TGIF and Born to Shine?
I actually think in our club, Born to Shine and TGIF, we have a lot of diversities. People from all walks of life, and this would make young people feel interesting, especially when they just graduate from school. They want to have some advice, maybe just some advice from people, some different industries, to give them some advice, some support. So I think it would be our strength.
So more specifically, do you think college students, if they come to TGIF or Born to Shine, would be afraid or intimidated or that kind of thing? And if so, what could TGIF or Born to Shine do to be more welcoming? Should we be more strict and really try to be tough? Or is it better to just be more relaxed? Would that be too relaxed? Or what do you think?
I think the atmosphere matters. Well, I feel like a relaxed atmosphere, having fun, filled of laughter and smiles. This will make the student feel less nervous. And maybe we can assign some really kind members to sit next to the student and to guide him or her. And I think have someone you know, or to bring some friends you are familiar with to the meeting will also help a lot.
I would like to say something very direct and a little bit cool. Like I think Toastmaster require commitment, but I think young people from this generation lack commitment. I don't mean like everyone, but compare with like we are still youngster, but compare with our generation, like people nowadays lack commitment, and especially young students, and it is hard for them to know. It's hard for them to make a decision that they have to spend like 2 weeks a month, and they have to go through a very long journey to become a very excellent speaker. I think it takes time, efforts, and sometimes you need to sacrifice. And I think we also sacrifice something, but we gain a lot. So I think we have to let the new generation know that, to be honest, you have to sacrifice your Friday night, but at the same time, you can gain a lot that you cannot earn from other places. And it is very hard to let them know. But I believe if we can find the young generation that can relate to our club, and they will be the new stars.
Because I am from Life Bilingual Toastmaster. Recently, we have 2 college students who join our meeting and become our member. And because they just search our Facebook and they come, and they regularly come and then become a member, and they now taking the role that every meeting's role. And they say that they want to have a chance to speak on stage. But I think because they come to here, because we are more. Because in language, we are more Mandarin than English, so they think that they may have more friendly to them because their English is not really good. So that's why they decide to join. I'm not sure they go to visit other clubs or not. So, but they come to join us. They think that our environment is a good place for them to practice on stage. So I think that. We target, I think the environment will have their targeting our audience. So we need to find our target audience to know that which one is can reach to come to join our meeting and become our member. I think that's a thing that we need to think about when we set in our environment or how to attract other people to join our meeting. I think that we can think about it.
I've invited some friends, and 2 of them told me that the English here is too difficult for them. They have to wait until their English is better, then they will come back. So would you give any recommendations for people who say that?
But we are a bilingual club.
对，你们的中文很烂啊。
I think just like Emily or Alice just have shared, like Paul, his mother tongue is English, but he already given many like Chinese speeches, and we can enjoy his speech a lot.
For the wrong reason.
Yeah, so I think that's not a problem. Yeah, if you really want to learn how to give a speech.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think we all learned something today, and I'm glad my panelists all said yes when I invited them, and thank you for your attention.